My people, injustice will never stand forever. It took time, but finally, truth has prevailed. So today, history was made as Senator Natasha finally resumed her rightful office. If you see what happened in Abuja today, like, you guys will be shocked. Peter for Nigeria was there, and before Natasha stepped into office, Abuja was already on fire with excitement. Now, according to Senator Natasha, she said something powerful. This is what she said. She said, "It is good to put institutions to test. No one is more Nigeria than us. Senator Akpabio is not more of a senator than I am. He treated me like a servant, but I stood firm." She reminded Nigerians that even though she was suspended illegally, she still carried out her duties for the people of Kogi Central because she refused to let her people suffer neglect. What a woman! What a fighter! A true definition of courage and resilience. Now, my people, before I bring you guys, what Nigerians are saying on this matter, I want you guys, to listen to what Senator Natasha has to say as she resumed office, as well as what Peter for Nigeria also has to say. Guys, watch this video and please drop your comments in the comment section below. If you're coming across my channel for the first time, do it to hit the subscribe button, like and share this video.
Akpabio say make Natasha no resume for National Assembly. Since we have three arms of government in Nigeria, Tinubu, Wike and Akpabio, and Akpabio has become the oracle of Nigeria, make we kukuma go sleep with him for National Assembly. Because Natasha must resume. That National Assembly is where she belongs.
Yes, so.
Resume for them.
Yes, so.
Akpabio, we know people get work. Now we have our work.
Yes, so.
So we don't carry. They say APC. They say we be newsers. We be jobless people. And no kuku get address. We not get family and friends. But you see this injustice against Senator Natasha, it will not be sustained.
Yes, so. It will not be sustained.
Are you people ready? Leader for Nigeria. You are not God. You cannot be God. Natasha must resume. Natasha must resume. Say Natasha must resume. This is the most useless National Assembly in the history of National Assembly. We are only work now to approve loan. Let they borrow money. People they die. Hungry day. Inflation day. People are poor. Insecurity. Now Natasha they fight. I say Akpabio, it is a lie. Akpabio na lie. Natasha must resume. Natasha must resume.
Look this way.
It's actually amazing. In retrospect, it's actually amazing how much we have had to face. It's actually amazing how much we have had to face and survive in the past 6 months. And most of it happened to the full layer of Nigerians, from the unjust suspension to the recall. We survived the recall. We survived the blockage of roads and waterways into Kogi that we had to fly in through using the helicopter. We survived the blackmail from the so-called woman from the crazy lady on Facebook. Yeah, it's amazing what we had to survive. And I give God Almighty the glory and my deepest appreciation to the good people of Kogi Central, Kogi State and Nigeria at large. My husband, my love, if you say this, I love you dearly. In short, I pray all men support their wives as much as you have supported me. And my children, thank you for your sacrifices. So In everything, it just shows that sometimes it's good to put the institutions to test. We can't cow down in the face of injustice. No one is more Nigerian than us. Senator Akpabio is not more of a senator than I am. He's not a governor of this place, and he treated me as if I was his servant, or I was a domestic staff in his house. It's very unfortunate that at this time, after so many years of democracy, we would have a National Assembly be run by such dictatorship. It's totally unacceptable. As for me, I'm glad to be here, and even though we have been illegally suspended, no day have I hesitated in effectively carrying out my duties as a senator of Kogi Central to the very best of my capacity. I have never, no day went by without me looking out for opportunities, either in terms of bringing infrastructure or projects to my people, and even jobs wherever I could, because I didn't want them to suffer, the neglect and the vacuum that was created by this injustice. So I thank people like Auntie Obi, Esikwisili, Sister Aisha, Mama P, Peter The Rock, and many others, Dr. Abiola, Yemi of Enough is Enough, Uncle Femi Falana, many Nigerians I can't even call. I've read your posts, His Excellency Atiku Abubakar, His Excellency Sarah Key, many people who have lent their voices, thank you, and even political parties, Labour Party, ADC, I saw their statements, and my beloved PDP, thank you so much for standing up, Nigerian Bar Association, Nigeria Labour Congress, a whole lot of voices. It just pulled through, and I think that's the pressure that the Senate President saw and realized that, he just can't keep pushing against the will of the people. Yeah, and the media, thank you for being fair, thank you. Even though at the time I did observe 3 months ago there was some silence, and I understand sometimes intimidations can come, and you all have families to cater for. And unfortunately, we are at a country today whereby pretty much lives mean nothing. So I don't blame you, members of the media, who at a particular time withheld publishing facts as they happen. But I just want to let Nigerians know that the future is bright. We just can't give up our hopes. Our democracy is evolving, and I trust that every day leading into 2027, we will be able to put out actions that will be worthwhile, because patriotically we have a country to save. Thank you all so much for your love and support.
By taking reactions to Rivers State Governor Sim Fubara's visit to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu at the Aso Rock Villa on Monday, which he described as a father and son discussion following his return to office after lifting of the emergency rule in his state. Fubara met with President on Monday evening, and both leaders were photographed exchanging pleasantries. Speaking with State House correspondents after the closed-door meeting, Fubara explained that it was proper protocol for him to see the president and formally notify him of his return to office.
You are aware that the suspension was lifted on the 17th, midnight 17th, and I came in on the 19th. Ideally, it's proper for me to see Mr. President to tell him that I'm back, and I've also resumed my responsibility as the governor of Rivers State. It's not much, just father-son discussion, telling him thank you, and the areas where, if at all, there should be any issue, for him to guide me properly, so we don't be in any situation that will bring crisis again. I don't know what you mean by, is it a paper piece or a real piece? So long as I'm concerned, we have made peace. My Fubara and his principal are working together.
The return of the prodigal son, that's what it appears to be. It says father and son meeting. Peace has returned to Rivers State. Well, this meeting signals an apparent reconciliation between Fubara and the federal government, and his decision not to challenge the constitutionality of the emergency rule appears to have, smoothed relations with the executive. I'll take reactions. This person wrote on Instagram, a whole governor was illegally removed, treated like a cat. His state handed to a sole administrator, humiliated, and even had an illegal election conducted over his head. Now, the same man is visiting his oppressors and even thanking them. No be juju be that, Fubara. It's time to man up. Another ex-user wrote, what we lack is politicians with principles and ethics. Why romancing the president after you are denied your constitutional mandate? It's better to be a hero today than to be remembered as a coward. Well, David wrote, you did the right thing. Don't mind those who want to benefit from the crisis. You wear the shoe and you know where it pinches. You are elected to provide good governance to your people. Focus on that. I mean, we did see this video trending on social media, but some people were asking some questions because we saw the Imo State governor there. And let me take this post from Instagram. This is from Excellent Tony. Wrote, how come my state governor, His Excellency Hope Uzodimma, has become Abuja governor, an Aso Rock occupant? Always on ground to bid Tinubu goodbye, and on ground to welcome him back. Now on ground to welcome Tinubu's guests. No wonder he's nicknamed the Supreme Court governor. Dr. Abbas is cracking up. But I want to give Rufai Oseni here the floor before I take this reaction. Go ahead.
Oji, see, in life, when a man comes of age, there are some things that will lead a man as he goes on in his life. Number one, principle. As a human being, you need to set boundaries to things you will take, but you will not take. But when you have a human being that your principles are soiled, you are violated, you are pummeled, you are beaten, you are bullied, and you go back to beg your oppressors, you have failed as a man. So when you have people that create these conditions in society to pummel people to the extent of the fact that they cannot stand up for themselves, then the man in those people died. So I would like to ask Governor Fubara, how do you feel today? Your fellow governors, 11 governors of PDP states, stood up for you. They took a case to court that the Supreme Court did not hear. People spoke up against the injustice, not because of you anyway, was because of the seat of the governor that they felt was being desecrated. And today, you go back and meet the same people that oppressed you, the same person you call your father that couldn't side with you when the chaos started, the same person that used the state of emergency to humiliate you for another person. Then you go back to him and you went to report to him and say, Daddy, I'm here, Oyoyo. So, with what eyes do you want those other 11 governors that stood up for you to look at you? People like the governor of Zamfara and a couple of other states that stood tall for you. So I ask you, where is your thank you to them? Your thank you to them isn't going to kiss the foot of your oppressor. It reminds me of the words of Winston Churchill. When Winston Churchill said, an appeaser is the one that keeps giving the crocodile meat, but hoping that one day the crocodile will eat him last. We have appeasers in this country, not politicians.
All right, Dr. Abate, I saw you cracking up about this Hope Uzodimma, always there, right at the Aso Rock Villa. What's really going on here? I mean, is there something we're missing? Because I know you were very popular when you talked about the fact that he was, waving goodbye. He was among the governors there. Go ahead.
Anyway, the basic point that we're making is that many of these governors who seem to have developed the habit of always hanging around Abuja, hanging around Aso Villa, if they do not make appearances at the airport to constitute themselves into the equivalent of permanent sculptures at the international airport, either welcoming the president or waving at him. They hang around the office of the president in an unnecessary show of sycophancy. And this is why many of their constituents are saying they want their governors to sit at home and do the work. But these are also politicians. Some of them, they need to hang around the president to at least give effect to one phenomenon that is called elite capture. They have to be there. Their state is not good enough for them. They always have to be around the corridors of power. We don't know what Governor Hope Uzodimma is doing in the president's office.
Well, we saw him welcoming Fubara.
Okay. Yeah, he went to join the welcome party. I
saw that now.
I think there are more important things in Imo State. If you have information on that, there are more important things than to turn Imo State into a welcoming state in the presidential corridor of power. We would like to see, the various governors, not just Governor Hope Uzodimma, staying at home and doing their work. But in any case, they will say what is our own in the matter. After all, it's the people of Imo State who have to be using analgesics for whatever pain that they are suffering.
Oh, they are sending me messages. They're asking what is our governor. Yeah, that was one of the things. What is our governor doing there? Please, we need him in our state.
As for the civil servant, who is governor in Rivers State, I've already said that. Look, this is a civil servant mentality. People have treated you badly. They have other people have supported you, and he used his mouth to go and say what the president did is very good. Something that lawyers have said is unconstitutional, illegal. Rivers elders and leaders of thought, they stood up for him. Ijo Youth Congress, they stood up for him. The women went onto the streets, and then he just threw all these people, under the bus to go and genuflect. Now, it's not compulsory that he talks. If he's an obedient civil servant, okay, he's governor now. If he has nothing intelligent to say, he can keep quiet. So what is all that granting interviews and just vomiting from the mouth instead of taking the principal position? I made the point. I hope that the terms of the settlement in this particular matter will come to light one day. We don't want to hear that a certain godfather somewhere has to be settled with Rivers State resources on a monthly basis so that there will be peace. That must not be the case. Because this same House of Assembly must always in Rivers State ask for accountability and integrity. So it cannot negotiate away the primary interest of the people of Rivers State. So he has gone there. I don't know how many times he prostrated to the president. They didn't show that on television. We also don't know where else he has gone to prostrate. But now that they have brought him back and he's very happy to have been brought back, let him go back and do the work.
Let him go and do the work. Let me read a comment. This person wrote, Fubara has a new father now. His name is Ahmed Bola Tinubu. Hopefully he goes to APC. That will give him some covering and may even help in twists of his second term ambition.
Now our papa be this, so we no get another one. Now our papa be this, so
Ruby! Okay, Ayo, let's go to another story now.
You too, you have
what does he have? What does he have?
Okay.
Right.
What do you mean?
No. Lagos State. Lagos State.
You don't have Godfather.
No, he says you don't
have Godfather in Lagos State.
Is it not your state you returned that basa?
Since you don't have a godfather in Lagos State, let me take this story and then maybe you can reply or you can respond to this. In another development, presidential spokesperson Bayo Ononuga has dismissed former Kaduna Governor Nasiru El-Rufai's suggestion that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu could attempt to become a life president, describing the claim as baseless and absurd. The sharp exchange follows El-Rufai's warning over the weekend that Tinubu could try to cling to power like Cameroon's 92-year-old Paul Biya if Nigerians fail to unite against him in the 2027 election.
This is that we are facing an evil of such a large proportion in the history of this country that if we don't all come together and end this Tinubu administration by 2027, Tinubu will try to be our Akpabio. He will be president for life.
All right. Well, in a post on X, Onanuga accused El Rufai of making unfounded claims and speculations about the president, suggesting the